Welcome to God and Go for Girls. My name is Isabella Hanson, and this is the last introductory episode of this podcast. In these introductory episodes, I have been going through the ideas and thoughts behind the podcast that are going to be the foundation for the rest of the podcast. So, as you can probably predict, this last one is about girls, why it's just girls, and what our gender roles really are. Some people would say that it is a form of sexism to have an all-girls space, excluding boys, excluding gender non-conforming people. First of all, I don't believe in the whole gender non-conforming people because that is something that has been invented by people who do not respect God. And I respect God and I respect His law, and that in the beginning He made them male and female. There is no third option. So that is already off the table. And the next is boys. Why are not boys allowed? Well, simply because men are made to be leaders. And women are also made to be leaders, but not over men. Men are meant to be leaders as a whole. Women can still be leaders, but we can lead each other. We cannot lead men. That is how it is laid out in the Bible, and it is not sexism from God's point of view. It is absolutely for our protection and for our good. Men are physically stronger, and they have a different way of thinking that makes them more suited to leadership. They need women to come alongside them and help them and guide them sometimes, because sometimes their way of thinking gets a little too far on the manly side and needs a little bit of balancing. That's why there are two genders. We aren't meant to completely bow down and be completely subservient to all men. Mostly, we are meant to help men and actually help them understand things and guide their thought processes. The people who say that the 1950s were the golden era really don't understand gender roles as much as they think they do. While I adore the fashion of the 1950s, I can't say that I agree with the morals. Women were expected to sit around and look pretty. Now, this wasn't the standard for every household, but it was the overall societal standard. And that's just simply not biblical. Women are not expected to sit around and look pretty. The Proverbs 31 woman does a lot of things outside of her home. She buys a field. She sells fabric. She does all kinds of things that most people would not say fit within our regular patriarchal understanding. But they absolutely fit because she still submits to her husband, and she is praised by the people around her. She is a model of what a woman is supposed to be, and many women can't live up to that standard. But the problem is that we've stopped trying. We don't have these idealistic standards because we are expected to meet them perfectly. But striving for them is what makes us stronger and better people, better women, and when men are following their standards, they're better men. So, the 1950s, not really that golden era that a lot of people would make you think it was. Now, here's the problem. I cannot enforce my girls-only policy. If there are boys who watch my videos, I can't really do anything about that. If they gain from my videos, fine, that's great. I wish they had gained from somebody else who was a man who was saying the same thing, because that's who I believe is supposed to be the one teaching them. But if they're gaining stuff from my videos, I'm sure they're eventually going to go in the right direction. I'm just not inviting them to come here. I'm saying this is a space for girls. This is a space for girls to be comfortable hearing from another girl talking about issues from a biblical perspective. And I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to be rude. I have a lot of friends who are male. It's just that when it comes to this topic, it is supposed to be girls teaching girls, not girls teaching both. I hope you can understand that. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the last introductory podcast, and I hope you can like and subscribe so you can see more soon. God bless and Soli Deo Gloria.